Howdy everyone, hello, welcome to this update video. I am the Black Shadow. It is November 5th, and this should be pretty short and sharp. A lot of this video would have contained is already covered in last month's update video. This is largely just a continuation of it, so we're just going to bow right on here. First things first, what we did get up to last month, the main thing of note was we delved into Shadows of Rose, which was the Village DLC. It was out just over a week ago. My short thoughts are, I quite enjoyed it actually. I don't necessarily think the DLC is for everyone. When you delve into like the depths of what happened, there's some questionable loopholes, I guess. But I was there for the story, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent way to sign off with the Winter storyline. Not that it's necessarily going to not come up ever again in the series, but it's the last of sort of the player-controlled version of events, if you will. So we'll see more about that. But I thought it was pretty good. Ethan is the man. It's kind of a shame to kind of see it come to an end. I'm curious to see, obviously, where the series is going next. You've got, obviously, Remake 4 is first up, but Resident Evil 9, not a million miles away in the distance. So we'll see more coming up with that. The other main series that's been, well, had started at the very least, was the Sinking City. This is a kind of a open world detective eldritch horror game, which is a pretty ambitious title. I've made a start into that. I haven't made any further recording this at the moment. This is due to a couple of reasons. Just things have been getting in the way between streaming and some other things on the side, which is unfortunate. But I do intend to carry on more recording this very, very shortly. Hopefully tomorrow, with any luck. Because, I'm kind of curious to see what more is going to come of this game. Some folks seem to be definitely interested in the premise of it. So I will be looking to delve into more of that soon. I don't necessarily know how long the game is. I don't know how much of the side stuff we'll delve into. There may be a point where I'm just like, right, let's just barrel on the main story and call it a day. Because there seems to be quite a fair amount of ancillary stuff if you want to delve into. But I'm giving the game a good chance, and we'll see what comes of it. We also finished up with The Last of Us Remastered. And other than that, most of the other stuff we're doing at the moment is stream uploading. The Raffle Raffle for Outbreak is definitely still ongoing. Videos that are still occurring. Doing it on Thursdays now instead of the usual Sundays, as it was just better for the playable that are getting involved to play on the Thursday night. So those are going up on the side. And the other main thing currently ongoing at the moment, especially right now, is Silent Hill 2. As part of the viewer reward series that were earned in September. Things to note, we are doing the hard mode only run, which has been pretty challenging. So it's been very fascinating. When you do like these sort of games with these conditions, you have to learn certain things about how these games work. Though no one could have planned for the pipe tech. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you'll want to have a look at episode 7, and particularly this miserable stretch of the game, which everyone hates, will surely be getting reworked in the remake that's coming out in the not-too-distant future. But yeah, as it turns out, there's a curious way to get through this section pretty reliably, which no one had any idea about, and I was just messing about, and I'm like, this kind of works. So that was interesting. We're going to be carrying on with more of this in 5 o'clock p.m. UK time, which is an hour from specific recording. By the time this video goes up live, we'll probably go more or less live over on Twitch. If you want to check us out there. I might well be playing through the campaign to a conclusion as well. Unsure whether we will finish it or not tonight. If not, I might well finish it tomorrow. Sunday stream has not yet been decided as of this point. So that's good. The other thing you may notice as well is that this is the enhanced edition of the game. This is kind of similar to the RA4 HD mod. It's a similar idea. It's a lot of what it's got in, kind of bringing in different elements of the various versions of the game. This is based on the PC version, but there's certain things, say the console version did better. Some just general updates to graphics, to lighting, shadows, the fog, all sorts of bits and pieces. And to be fair, I've been pretty impressed with it. I think they've done a really, really good job with the enhanced edition modifications, and would definitely encourage you to give it a spin. Though you will need to get hold of the main game in the first place, but it is possibly abandonware. So, things happen. But yeah, regardless of that, I'm definitely eager to crack on with stuff like the Sinking City, and do more local recording. There are other projects that are being lined up, mainly via the Patreon, Black Show 993. I do need to give this a bit of an update and a tweak up, actually. I'll have to put that on my list of things to do. But I do have other projects that are coming in line. One that is specifically via that, which has been agreed to via the Patreon as a request series. That will be starting, I suspect, next month. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a start on that this month, so I'll talk more about that in December's update as to what to expect. But an old sort of RE clone from 1990, was it 99? I think it was out. It might have been 98. I can't exactly remember. I think it was 99. So that'll be a lot of fun. And there might well be another one coming not too long after that in that direction, but we shall see. I won't talk about that right now. One thing I would just make a mention on the side as well, so you guys are aware. Some of you might be aware anyways, that there's another channel I'm involved with, which is called Hidden Assets. This is made officially, but mainly a guy I know called CJ. And the main focus of this is a game called Dune Imperium, which is a board game which I play and have interest in. And you also may be aware of the fact that over the summer, there was the Imperium Cup, which is a tournament that I created and hosted over on Tabletop Simulator. We had over 100 entrants, and I did all sorts of bits and pieces. I made it, organized it, I ran it. I did commentary, I did videos on it. It was a hell of a job, but it was pretty fun. It was very good, even though the tournament itself did not go very well for me. But to be fair, I was a pretty busy man, and my best friend died halfway through the tournament, so that was a bit of a problem and kind of made things a little tricky. It's the way it goes. Anyways, with that aside, the next one for this is hopefully starting very, very soon. In the next couple of weeks or so, we'll be hearing some news actually and getting that organised and sorted out. I'm not going to have as much of a role in the administration side this time because I want to focus more on the commentary bits and pieces and actually playing the tournament, sort of thing. But I have agreed, more or less, to say I'll help set up in the first point and kind of get it up and running. When this does get underway, I'll probably be busy doing this bits and pieces as well. I'm hoping this is not going to have a huge sort of side effect impact onto the main channel that I'm involved in, obviously with Black Shadow. But just a slight warning, there may be some slight to and fro. I don't know. Hopefully not, but just a heads up that's going to be going on. That might well dominate some of my time. So, there might be some tweaking of maybe streams, might be moved around from time frames. It's going to be a bit for me to balance, and I know that going into it. So, hopefully that will be fine. But if you're interested in seeing me in getting involved with this, then do feel free to check it out. Hidden Assets just became a YouTube partner as well. So, good on him. He went and did that. I was unaware that he had done. And I was like, oh, look at you. You did a thing. I was like, yeah, I did a thing. And I was like, good job. So that's it. And there's some other bits and pieces as well going on in the background as well, which if they happen to work out, they'd be pretty cool. But it's not been agreed to yet, so I can't talk about it. It's one of those things. Right, to the Twitch, and this should also be fairly brief, if I could talk correctly. Right, so to the Twitch, which should also be fairly brief as well. We've been pretty busy on Twitch, streaming, an average about 3 times a week or so, sometimes more than that as well, actually, for that matter. Delving into all bits and pieces, I've already mentioned about the Silent Hill 2 hardware only run, which again is going to be continuing at 5 o'clock p.m. UK tonight. Which is more or less by the time this video goes live in public. On top of that as well, obviously we've got the raffle for Outbreak, as you can see here, still going strong on Thursday nights. But I've been doing bits and pieces on the side as well. I went and did some bits and pieces recently. I went and played through Super Meat Boy. I actually won this in the Dune Imperium Cup back in February, March or so. I actually won this as a prize. Because it's a game I've been wanting to give a spin at some point after my spin with Celeste back last year. I think it was fine. You can sort of tell it's a bit of a product of its time. It came out originally 2010 or whatever it was. And I will say that I didn't enjoy it as much as Celeste. Maybe it's just kind of there. Celeste is the first, and you never forget your first, right? But it was still kind of fun. We went through a bit of the side stuff, then just bowed into the main story. Some tricky stages. We got it done in a couple of streams. The other thing we're doing on the side as well, which has actually been quite enjoyable, is this Dead Cells. This is a roguelike sort of game. Not too dissimilar to, say, Rogue Legacy, for those who remember my spins with both that and its sequel not all that long ago. I've been quite enjoying it so far. We've only done three streams of it, and we're already through 2 of the difficulties of the game. It's a roguelike, and as you get to the end, you can redo it at hard difficulty. Things change, things get modified, as you would expect, it's a roguelike. But yeah, it's a couple of streams that's been really good. Got the first piece of DLC for the game, which is the free one, Rise of the Giants. I am not completely against getting hold of more of the DLC. I'm undecided at this point. If anything, especially goes on sale pretty soon, I might well delve into that. But we should be doing a little bit more Dead Cells on the side. It's a nice, easy game to just kind of pick up and crack on with. I think that's one of its appeals. It's a very easy pick up and play. The game itself, is pretty straightforward and simple, but can get on the complex side as you go down it, and more stuff you can do, more stuff the enemies around can do. But yeah, it's been a good spin, and hopefully we'll be doing more of that fairly soon. Those streams are usually a bit ad hoc. I've done on Tuesdays and whatnot. Did one on Halloween night as well because I just fancied it, and we'll be doing more of that as we go. It should be noted as well, once Silent Hill 2 is done, I have not yet decided what the next sort of main sort of like series I might be doing. We do have Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem, which was also the VR Awards series, which I might do next. But I'm slightly unsure. Again, it slightly depends on how my timing gets impacted with the Dune tourney, which is hopefully going to be starting in the next couple of weeks or so. I'm very unsure how my time may or may not get dominated by that. So I'm kind of trying to not make any massive commitments at this point. But we do have that. We've got the Silent Hill 3 Melionian run, which I don't want to do right after Silent Hill 2. I think it'd be good to get some space. And then we have, eventually, once we're done on the Ruffle Raffle, the No Donuts Challenge with Harry for Outbreak. But that's not going to be for some time. But other than that, Twitch is reasonably busy. Everyone that joins in, I obviously thank you for your company. I might one day find a use for your channel points, but I might not and just keep it as a gimmick. We'll see. Maybe the one day I'll be like, here, if everyone puts in like 1,000,000 points, I'll do this thing. And then the people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, sorry. It was an idea. It didn't work out. Whatever. Anyways, plenty of Outbreak coming up. I've got another like 60 odd games of this to do. Plus the Harry stuff. I'm doing Outbreak for a long time, kids. Oh boy. Anyways, that's going to be all for this one. So, as always, thank you for listening. Yeah, I think that covers most of it. As always, if there's any bits I've missed or you got questions about, feel free to fire them in the comment section below. And when the YouTube overlords decide to tell me that you actually put a comment down, I'll do my best to respond to it in kind. But yeah, not really too much else to talk about. Again, largely, I set it all out in October. We're going to be doing more or less for the rest of the year. And that's just basically a heads up of where we're at and that for the time being. So yeah, thanks for the company. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Twitch very shortly. And if not, then I'll shoot on the channel as well. Thanks for the company. Take care. I'll see you soon.